So let's start finding the eigenvalues of a matrix A, then the similar matrix B that is actually related at B is equal to P inverse AP. And first of all we need to calculate P inverse. So P inverse is equal to adjoint of P divided by P determinant, and P determinant is equal to 4 minus 3, which is equal to 1. All right, and adjoint of P is equal to 4, 1 minus 3 and minus 1. All right, so this implies P inverse is equal to 4 minus 3 minus 1 and 1. Since any entry divided by 1 remains same, it doesn't affect its values. Now let's find the similar matrix B, which can be determined as P inverse 4 minus 3 minus 1 1, then matrix A, which is equal to 6 minus 3 4 minus 1, P inverse, and then A into P 1 3 1 4. As we know that we always start with this from the left hand side multiplication. So let's see, 6 fours are 24 minus 12 minus 6 plus 4, and then minus 12 plus 3 minus 1 1 3 1 4. 24 minus 12 is equal to 12 minus 2 minus 9, then it becomes 2, and 1 3 1 4. All right, now let's again multiply these two matrices. I will have 12 minus 9 minus 2 plus 2. All right, and then 36 minus 36 minus 6 plus 6. All right, so it seems like we will be left with 3 0 0 and 0. So this is my resultant matrix. I guess there is a little bit confusion. Minus 6 plus 8. So all right, I will have plus 2 over here. This was the little bit mistake. I got it as this is my similar matrix B. Okay, let's find its characteristic equation B minus lambda into I, which is equal to 3 minus lambda 0 0 2 minus lambda. All right, so 3 minus lambda into 2 minus lambda is equal to 0. This results lambda 1 is equal to 3 and lambda 2 is equal to 2. So these are the two eigen values of the similar matrix. Now let's just verify our theorem. The similar matrices have the same eigenvalues. For this, let's find the eigenvalues of matrix A. So all right, I just need to generate the equation A minus lambda I, 6 minus lambda minus 3 4 minus 1 minus lambda. So let's just find its determinant. Minus lambda square plus 5 lambda plus 6 plus 12, and then just multiply this minus. I will get my lambda square minus 5 lambda minus 6 and plus 12, so plus 6. Let's just find out the roots. Lambda square minus 3 lambda minus 2 lambda plus 6, and then just taking lambda common from here, minus 2 from here, I will get the factors as lambda minus 3 into lambda minus 3 2. So lambda 1 is equal to 3 and lambda 2 is equal to 2. So By comparing both results, we came to know and we have justified the similar matrices have the same eigenvalues. Now let's just find the corresponding eigenvectors. So for lambda 1 is equal to 3, put the value of lambda is equal to 3 in this equation. 6 minus 3, 4, minus 3, minus 1, minus 3, and then just solve the system. You will get what? 6 minus 3, 3, 4, minus 3, minus 4. All right, and here you will have a homogeneous system. The procedure that you need to follow is R2 minus 4 over 3 into R1. This will give us a matrix 3 minus 3, 0. This entry must be equal to 0, and then I will have minus 4 over 3 into minus 3. So minus 3 will be cancelled with this, and you will have 0 over here as well. Okay, so I will have by the back substitution, 3x1 minus 3x2 is equal to 0, or x1 is equal to x2. Now I can choose any value of x2. Let's say if I choose x2 is equal to 1, x2 is equal to 1, then x1 is also equal to 1. So the vector becomes, the first eigenvector is having the components 1 and 1. Now again for lambda is equal to 2, let's find the eigenvalue. All you just need is to substitute lambda is equal to 2 in the previous matrix, minus 3, minus 1, minus 2, and then just solve it using the Gauss elimination. Preferably use or select the Gauss elimination method because it's simple to apply. Now the row operation that I need to perform is R2 minus R1, and I will have 4 minus 3, 0. It will become equal to 0, minus 3 and then plus 3 also results equal to 0. So I will have 4x1 minus 3x2 is equal to 0, or in other word x, alright, 4x1 is equal to 3x2, and then x1 is equal to 3 over 4 into x2. So if x2 is equal to 1, then x1 is equal to 3 by 4. So the second eigenvector x1, x2 is having the components 3 by 4 and 1. Now let's just verify, or let's just determine the eigenvectors of the similar matrix. Since by the theorem we know that the eigenvectors of the similar matrix are related with this relation y is equal to p inverse x y1, and then p inverse x1, and y2 is equal to p inverse x2. Okay, so let's find a y1 which is having two components y1, y2. P inverse is already computed for minus 3, minus 1 and 1, and the first eigenvector was 1, 1. So just multiply for minus 3 minus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 1, 0. So the first eigenvector that we have determined is equal to this 1, 0. Now let's find the second eigenvector again, y1, y2. This is equal to p inverse for minus 3, minus 1, 1, 3 by 4 and then 1. Now just multiply these two matrices. You will get 4 into 3 by 3 will result into 3, minus 9 by 4, minus 3 by 4 plus 3 by 4. Alright, so just simplify them. 4, 12 minus 9 and then 0 entry. 12 minus 9 is equal to 3 by 4 and 0 over here. You can also find the eigenvectors corresponding to these values using the matrix B and justify this relation, that is equal to y is equal to p inverse into x. Means you can directly find the eigenvectors of this matrix B, and then you can test either these two vectors are equal or not. So let's just verify the eigenvectors of the matrix B directly. Let's substitute lambda is equal to 3 first of all. So I will have 3 minus lambda, that is actually the equation B minus lambda into I. Alright, so 3 minus lambda 0 0 2 minus lambda. I will first substitute lambda is equal to 3 in this expression and make the augmented matrix 3 minus 3 0 0 2 minus 3 and then 0 0. Let's just have a quick review of this. So it becomes like that. Now you can see by the back substitution I will have 0 dot x1 minus 1 dot x2 is equal to 0, or I can say that x1 can be any non-zero value. It should be non-zero because their subtraction should be equal to 0. So I can choose x1 any non-zero because when we multiply it with 0 it will automatically generate us the 0 value, but x2 is supposed to be 0 and it must be 0 so that I can have 0 on the right hand side. So it can be any value. Let's choose this one and then x2 is equal to 0. This is my first eigenvector of B. Similarly, now you can substitute lambda is equal to 2, so 3 minus 2 0 0 2 minus 2. All right, I will have 1 0 0 0. Now again using the back substitution 1 dot x1 plus 0 dot x2 must be equal to 0. So in this expression you can see x1 must be 0 now, so that the equation can be satisfied, while x2 can be any non-zero value because its coefficient is 0 which will already convert it in equal to 0. So the matrix or the vector eigenvector that I can have, x1 must be 0 while x2 can be any non-zero value which is equal to 0 comma 3 by 4. Alright, so one vector came out to be 1 comma 0 and the second one is 0 3 by 4. So 1 0 and the second one is 3 by 4 and 0. This is actually the verification of our theorem that the eigenvectors of the similar matrices are not same but they are related with this relation y1 is equal to p inverse x and y2 is equal to p2 p inverse x2.